Good day, everyone. Welcome to the online course. I'm your instructor, Jasmine. Today, we want to talk about the issue of gender equality, 性别平等。在这个课程里面，我将性别平等分为两大主题，一个是 gender stereotypes， 性别的刻板印象。例如说，社会上是否有期待女生一定要 behave in certain ways？ 女生是说一定的样子、一定的行为才能够符合社会的期望。那 the second part is about the misconceptions on feminist and feminist。女性主义已经行之好几年了，从1920年代开始蓬勃发展到现在。可是到了21世纪之后，大众对于女性主义还是有一些误解，有一些 misconceptions。好，所以今天我们就是来探讨，是否同学们也有这样子的误解，然后以及如何打破 how to break the gender stereotype. So now I want to look at the course objective today. 今天的 course objective，The first one is to encourage students to break a gender stereotype, and the second one is to clarify students' misconceptions of feminism and feminist. 那我今天找的教材是一部影片，我们主要是探讨一部影片，没有文本哈。我们今天的影片是关于 Emma Watson， 就是艾玛华森，哈利波特的女主角，在就是去年的时候，在联合国的会议上发表了一个演说。是关于如何打破大众媒体对于性别女性主义者的一些错误的概念，还有一些她亲身经历到的性别刻板印象。Okay? So let's talk about the first section, that is gender stereotype. 在开始之前，我想请同学先试想一下 ，Have you ever asked by your parents or teacher to behave like a boy or a girl？ 你是否有这样子的状况过呢？以我自己而言，take myself as an example， 我从小就被我爸妈要求说，你不能够太 aggressive。在班上你不用追求第一名，你追求前3名就好了，因为第一名留给男生。然后动作不能太粗鲁 ，you cannot be so rude。你讲话的时候不能够太 straightforward， 不能够太直，因为我们希望以后能够嫁个好人家，而好人家希望的媳妇的条件就是 submissive， 然后非常的gentle， 很温柔的样子。那我弟从小就被要求说，男儿有泪不轻弹。你遇到困难的时候 ，if you face the challenge, you have to 你必须要武装你自己，然后把眼泪留在心底。那这个是一个 stereotype example. So I want you to write down your answer on our website. 好，来，接下来我们先看第一段的影片，就是 Emma Watson 在联合国的时候，关于特别讲述了关于大众对于 gender stereotype 的印象。Okay, let's look at the video.
I am reaching out to you because we need your help. We want to end gender inequality. And to do this, we need everyone involved. This is the first campaign of its kind at the UN. We want to try and galvanize as many men and boys as possible to be advocates for change. And we don't just want to talk about it. We want to try and make sure that it's tangible. I was appointed as Goodwill Ambassador for UN Women 6 months ago. And the more I've spoken about feminism, the more I have realized that fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain, it is that this has to stop. For the record, feminism, by definition, is the belief that men and women should have equal rights and opportunities. It is the theory of the political, economic, and social equality of the sexes. I started questioning gender-based assumptions a long time ago. When I was 8, I was confused being called bossy because I wanted to direct the plays that we would put on for our parents. But the boys were not. When at 14, I started to be sexualized by certain elements of the media. When at 15, my girlfriends started dropping out of their beloved sports teams because they didn't want to appear muscly. When at 18, my male friends were unable to express their feelings. I decided that I was a feminist, and this seemed uncomplicated to me. But my recent research has shown me that feminism has become an unpopular word. Women are choosing not to identify as feminist. Apparently, I am among the ranks of women whose expressions are seen as too strong, too aggressive, isolating, and anti-men, unattractive even. Why has the word become such an uncomfortable one? I am from Britain, and I think it is right that I am paid the same as my male counterparts. I think it is right that I should be able to make decisions about my own body. I think it is right that women be involved on my behalf in the policies and the decisions that will affect my life. I think it is right that socially I am afforded the same respect as men. But sadly, I can say that there is no one country in the world where all women can expect to receive these rights. No country in the world can yet say that they have achieved gender equality. These rights I consider to be human rights.
Okay, from the videos, we can see some example provided by Emma Watson. 好，这是她个人的亲身经历。那以下我就抛破以上，直接是 quote 她自己的讲话的内容和她的 script。她说 ，When I'm 8， 她8岁的时候 ，I was confused at being called bossy。bossy 这个字就是很像老板一样 boss 嘛，就是很指使人，然后很强势的指使人这样子，是一个很负面的字。Because I want to direct the place we would put on our parents。然后注意一下，他说 ，But the boys would not。你有看到这两个不同的对比吗？女生她想要当一个 leader 的时候，她经常会被师长们说你太 bossy 了，那么用负面的这形容词在形容她的 personality。可是男生如果是想要出来当一个 leader，it's nature, it's normal。好，这是第一个例子。Another example, Emma Watson 说 ，When at 15, my girlfriends started dropping out of their sports team because they didn't want to appear muscularly。好，我们现在对于女生参加运动活动、参加校队，都是一件很自然不过的事情。可是 ，in some cases， 就像 Emma Watson 所遇到的，她说她很多青少年的时候，很多同才的女生都不愿意参加校队的，因为她们被认为很 muscularly。muscularly 就是我们比较属于是男人婆的意思。好，大家都觉得你是一个男人婆 ，you should not participate in any sports activity. So it's not fair. It's a clear example of gender stereotype. 到18岁的时候 ，Emma Watson 说 ，When 18, my male friends were unable to express their feelings. 因为男生从小就被教导是要 depress their feelings, it depress their anxiety. 男生有泪不轻弹，所以他们没有办法 articulate 很清楚的表达他到底是遇到了哪些 challenge， 他为什么觉得不开心 what's the reason for the sadness they cannot express。 所以这也是为什么现在近几年来男生罹患忧郁症或者躁郁症的比例越来越高，因为他们没有办法说出他们的痛苦。好， 这些都是 gender stereotypes 所造成的。So I want you, in this stage, in these sections, I want you to paraphrase. 请你帮我换句话说，你刚刚听到了example of gender stereotype. 你刚刚听到哪些例子？然后除了我刚刚提供那几个之外，你刚刚在影片里面还提到哪些例子？然后请你换句话说 ，and please write down the answer on our websites. Okay? Okay, this course is divided into two parts. The first part is about gender stereotype, and the second part is about misconceptions of feminism and feminist. 这也是我自己在成长过程中常遇到的。我们对于我发现媒体 news media 或是 school education 就是 any aspect of society 对于女性主义者跟女性主义似乎有一些 misconception 有一些误解。那这个section 就是要请大家来想想，你是否也有这样的误解 ？OK next OK 然后 next slide 我希望大家可以想一想几个问题，你对于What is your impression on feminist? 你对于女性主义者的印象是什么？那请你写出 5 adjectives to describe feminist and share answer on the websites. 请你写出5个形容词，你任何的 anything that comes to your mind to describe feminist. 不用管说是 positive or negative, just any words that please write down 5 words.OK， 然后请你帮我们就是 share your answer on our websites。好，那从你们的答案之中应该有看出来有一些 example， 我听到学生的反应都是说 feminism 是很他们不喜欢 feminist， 他如果听到你是女性主义者，大家都会避而远之。会觉得你应该讲话很直很 straightforward， 你应该很难相处，然后甚至会觉得你应该嫁不出去，因为没有男生可以 tolerate your idea of feminist。 好，大部分我听到的答案是这样子的。那我们来看看 Emma Watson 怎么说。 So let's look at the second part of the video.
These rights I consider to be human rights, but I am one of the lucky ones.My life is a sheer privilege because my parents didn't love me less because I was born a daughter. My school did not limit me because I was a girl. My mentors didn't assume that I would go less far because I might give birth to a child one day. These influences were the gender equality ambassadors that made me who I am today.They may not know it, but they are the inadvertent feminists who are changing the world today. We need more of those. And if you still hate the word, it is not the word that is important. It's the idea and the ambition behind it. Because not all women have received the same rights that I have. In fact, statistically,Very few have been. In 1997, Hillary Clinton made a famous speech in Beijing about women's rights. Sadly, many of the things that she wanted to change are still true today. But what stood out for me the most was that less than 30% of the audience were male.How can we affect change in the world when only half of it is invited or feel welcome to participate in the conversation? Men, I would like to take this opportunity to extend your formal invitation.Gender equality is your issue too. Because to date, I've seen my father's role as a parent being valued less by society, despite my needing his presence as a child as much as my mother's. I've seen young men suffering from mental illness, unable to ask for help, for fear it would make them less of a man or less of a man. In fact, in the UK, suicide is the biggest killer of men between 20 to 49, eclipsing road accidents, cancer, and coronary heart disease. I've seen men made fragile and insecure by a distorted sense of what constitutes male success. Men don't have the benefits of equality either. We don't often talk about men being imprisoned by gender stereotypes, but I can see that they are, and that when they are free, things will change for women as a natural consequence. If men don't have to be aggressive in order to be accepted, women won't feel compelled to be submissive. If men don't have to control, women won't have to be controlled. Both men and women should feel free to be sensitive. Both men and women should feel free to be strong. It is time that we all perceive gender on a spectrum instead of two sets of opposing ideals. If we stop defining each other by what we are not and start defining ourselves by who we are, we can all be freer. And this is what He for She is about. It's about freedom. I want men to take up this mantle so that their daughters, sisters, and mothers can be free from prejudice, but also so that their sons have permission to be vulnerable and human too.
好，看完刚刚的影片之后，关于 misconception 有一些误解。好，里面有两段我特别提的是 Emma Watson 里面讲到说 ，feminism has become an unpopular word。他说他最近一直听到大众听到女性主义的时候，第一个想到的就是 unpopular， 它并不受欢迎。Apparently, and among the rank of women whose expressions are seen as too strong, too aggressive, isolating, anti-man, and unattractive， 这就是我刚刚讲的大众对于女性主义者的一些想法。第一个 aggressive， 你太有侵略性了。第二个 you are isolated， 没有人想跟你做朋友，因为你太难相处。You are not very communicative and you are not easy to get along。再来，你是 anti-man 的，女性主义者就一定是反对男生。再来，最后一个是 unattractive， 你对男性是没有吸引力的，所以你一定会嫁不出去。好，这是一些 misconception， 真的是这样子吗？第二段我有一个很重要的点，就是 misconception on feminism feminist。刚刚Emma Watson 在影片里面有讲到 ，if you still hate the word， 那个字眼就是 feminist。如果你还是很讨厌女性主义的话，他想要跟你讲的是 ，it's not the word that is important, but the idea and the ambition behind it。什么意思呢？如果你对于女性主义这个字眼并不是很能够接受的话，但我们想要跟你讲的事情是，女性主义不只针对女性，她想要解放的，她想要帮助的不是只有女性，她想要解放的是两性。女性主义其实是两性平等，因为它背后的 idea 是希望打破两性的性别刻板印象。女生不必再只有一个样子 ，very submissive， 只有柔顺的样子；男生也不必只有一个样子，也不再只有一个样子，就是很勇敢的样子。他们也可以很柔弱，也可以很 sensitive。所以，两性主义才是女性feminism 的 idea and ambition。Okay. 他说 ，Man, I would like to take this opportunity to extend your formal invitation. Gender equality is your issue too. 从这影片我们可以看到，性别不是只有女生的问题 ，is your issue too For men， 男性也是需要面对这个问题。好，所以这是一个全人类的问题 ，is the issue of all mankind。好，看完这2部影片之后，我想要请大家回想一下，给你一个 thinking questions。The first one, why did Emma Watson say gender equality is your issue, is men's issue too? 好，请你把你的问题把你的 answer 写下来 and write down share on the website. And the second one, do you agree with this statement? 你同不同意gender equality is also men's issue? 你同意这句话吗？不管你同不同意，都希望你把你的答案写下来，然后 show your answer on the websites. 好，接下来呢，希望经由刚刚那些思想的激荡，一些 brainstorming 之后，我们来做一个小小的 assignment， 希望您让你能够更对于这个主题 gender equality 有更深的了解。好，那这个作业是一个蛮有趣的作业。好，你看一下哈，请你 design a slogan with illustration and the topic of gender equality and present your works on the website. 好，什么意思呢？希望同学能够设计一个 slogan， 一个标语。那个标语不是只有一个口号而已，希望可以发挥你们的长才，请你在旁边画一个小插图，针对这个标语，然后搭配一个小插图，然后能够这个标语跟 illustration 可以唤醒 the awareness of gender equality。好，那你设计完这个标语之后呢，再麻烦你 write 3 to 4 sentences to elaborate the central idea of your work and show your answer on the website. Show your work on the website. 好，请你再写2、3句话，大概解释一下你这个 slogan 跟 illustration 的意思。那我们先看一个 example 好了，或许同学觉得很 confused。有几个 example 可以给同学参考，这都是台东教育大学的学生在课堂上所设计的 slogan。我们先看第一个 example， 它是一个镜子，学生想要表达的是他要打破一个镜子。这个镜子是什么呢？ Most of the money expended on most of the money spent on family expense is earned by men. 他说，大部分的性别刻板主义都觉得男生是要养家，可是他要打破。He wants to break this kind of stereotype. 所以这张图它表达是一个人的手拿着镜子，然后这个镜子是被折碎，是 break 好被打破的。那中间你看到是一男一女一个家庭，然后甚至还花了一个钱，他想要表达的是 family expense， 不再是由男生来扛起这个家计，女生也做得到。好，这是第一个 example。The second one， 你看到它的标语写着 break the glass ceiling, create equal career opportunity。这边它 focus 的是女性的事业天花板，一个 ceiling。好，你有没有看到是一男一女？男生站在楼梯上 ，glass 就是天花板上头，所以他已经达到顶端了，这是男生。然后男生他有一个旁边下面踩的一个脚上踩的一个是 manager， 所以男生可以达到经理主管的位置，可是女生还是要爬楼梯上去，她还在慢慢爬的过程中。可是你有看到他手上拿了一个 hammer 吗？他要打破这个 glass ceiling， 他要打破这个天花板的顶界，让女生也有办法达到 career 的高峰。好，这是第二个 example。Okay, the last example is that 这张 slogan 写着 Why women need skirts。好，你可以看到他是一个人，然后他穿了 a piece of clothes。但是这个衣服好像不是裙子，它的裙子是用虚线来表达。注意一下，它是用虚线来表达，所以他想要讲的是说，女生不一定要穿裙子，女生不只有一个样子。A skirt, wearing a skirt is not necessary for women. 好，所以女生不只有一个形象，穿裤装也可以是女生，所以他想要用服装来表达 gender equality。 好，那看完了以上这几个例子之后，我希望同学能够把你心中对于 gender equality 的想法，然后画成一个 slogan. You can Google some example from the internet, but remember to revise it. 然后呢，再画一个插画 illustration to show the idea more clearly. 好，那希望今天大家看完这个课程之后，能够 first break a gender stereotype and clarify your misconception on feminist and feminism. Thanks for watching. See you next time.